Hello everyone, welcome back to Arpita Sharma classes. I am your educator Arpita Sharma and this is day number 3 in the ethics ka crash course that we have started. Now on day 3 we are going to study about the values of a civil servant, and on that we are going to cover a few questions which were asked in the previous year question paper regarding this topic. Today's topic is really important because it is going to be your foundational value as a civil servant in future. What are the core values that you need to have in yourself, that you need to build up in yourself in order to be a very good public administrator? When we talk about civil services, civil is related to the society. Services, when you serve the society, that is being a civil servant or a public administrator when you administrate the public. That is the core meaning of being a civil servant. So that is why when you understand the meaning of civil servant, you understand that this is not a position on which you can be very egoistic, you can show attitudes and tantrums. No. This position is not going to bring you fame and this and that. No. This position is for you to be humble and to serve the society at large. इस पोजीशन से ये मत समझिएगा कि आप में अहम भावना जाग जाएगी या आप आगे जाकर काफी टैंट्रम्स थ्रो कर सकते हैं या फिर आप राजा बन गए, ऐसा नहीं है. दिस इज नॉट अ पोजीशन ऑफ अ किंग, दिस इज अ पोजीशन ऑफ अ वॉरियर. You are going to serve the society and for that you will have to face different kind of challenges throughout your services. आप इस पोजीशन में जा रहे हैं, आप राजा बन के नहीं जा रहे हैं. ये एक योद्धा की पोजीशन है. आप योद्धा हैं. यू आर गोइंग टू बी द अर्जुना. यू आर गोइंग टू मेक श्योर दैट धर्मा established in the society through your duties. You are going to make sure that the citizens of your district are protected, their welfare is maintained. Right? So this is the position for which you are preparing. आप घर के लिए prepare नहीं कर रहे. The house that you will get na through these services, you will not have time to cherish that house also. You will be on field 24/7. This is not a 9 to 5 job. Okay? So that way when you understand the meaning of civil services, you will understand all the car, the name, the fame, the money that you get. You are not going to enjoy it to the fullest because your 99% of your time will be invested in serving the society at large. You will be on field serving them. Okay? तो ये पोजीशन वो पोजीशन नहीं है जहां पर आप घर मिलेगा तो घर में बैठ के एंजॉय कर सकते हैं, कार मिलेगी तो कार में घूम के एंजॉय कर सकते हैं. ये पोजीशन ऐसी पोजीशन है जहां घर, गाड़ी, बंगला, नौकर चाकर होते हुए भी आप उसको एंजॉय नहीं कर पाएंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि आप 24/7 फील्ड में लोगों की कंप्लेंट्स का निवारण कर रहे होंगे, लोगों की हेल्प कर रहे होंगे, उनको अपलिफ्ट कर रहे होंगे. So when you study for UPSC from this perspective, from this point of view, automatically you become humble. Automatically you become more motivated, and that too internally motivated. And remember, motivation never comes from outside. Motivation is built up internally. And when internal motivation arises, trust me, you can clear any exam in this world. जब अंदर से आप मोटिवेटेड हो जाते हो ना, दुनिया का कोई एक ऐसा एग्जाम नहीं है जो आप क्लियर ना कर सको. So today we are going to understand what values this position holds and what values this position wants you to imbibe. ये पोजीशन क्या वैल्यू चाहती है कि आप अपने अंदर लेकर आए. ये पोजीशन क्या चाहती है कि आप कैसे सिविल सर्वेंट या पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर होने चाहिए. ठीक है? तो ये आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं, and based on that we will also solve some questions from the previous year question paper. So when we talk about public administration, what does it includes? Public administration basically means the organization, creation and application of public policy. When you organize public policy, you create, you participate in the creation of public policy, you apply, that is to you use that public policy for the benefit of the population or populace. That is, these are the topics which are covered in public administration. And public administration works within a political framework. So you will be working under a political framework. Okay, you will not be out of the political framework. You will be working with the government. That is why it is said that in UPSC, when you are writing answers in mains or when you are facing the personality test, make sure that you do not over criticize the government, because you will have to work with the government. So you will have to have a neutral perspective regarding the government also. इसीलिए कहा जाता है, क्योंकि आप पॉलिटिकल फ्रेमवर्क के अंदर रहते, भीतर रहकर काम करेंगे, तो इसीलिए कहा जाता है कि अपने आंसर्स में और अपने इंटरव्यू में ओवर क्रिटिसिज्म नहीं करना है, क्योंकि आप जिनके साथ काम कर रहे हैं अगर उन्हीं के दुश्मन बन के बैठ जाएंगे तो फिर सोसाइटी की जो जनरल फंक्शनिंग है वो डिस्टर्ब हो जाएगी. So if you want to maintain a balance in the functioning of the society, you have to work hands on with the government, and that is why becoming overcritical is not good as a civil servant for you. Okay, so here public administration works within political framework. Why? To achieve the goals and objectives which are laid down by the public administrators or political decision makers. So you can say that public administrators or civil servants, they have to conduct themselves in a manner that shows the public that they are trustworthy. So first point, as a civil servant, you have to conduct yourself in such a manner that you can show the public that you are trustworthy. You have to show the public. Public को आपको ये show करना है और ये prove करना है, not just show. You have to prove it that you can be trusted. They can trust you with their grievances. So this means you have to adhere to the core values for the safety and good of the public. So there are 4 core values. 4 ना core values होते हैं, ठीक है, एक civil servant के. What are these 4 core values? First is you have to maintain a level of professionalism. आपको एक level of professionalism maintain करना है, ठीक है, because you will be in a public spotlight. Obviously you see different videos of public servants. आप देखते हो ना सर्वेंट्स, पब्लिक सर्वेंट्स की और IAS ऑफिसर्स की, IPS ऑफिसर्स की वीडियोस. सो यू आर ऑलवेज इन द पब्लिक स्पॉटलाइट. एवरीबडी इज जस्ट कैरिंग देयर कैमरास. तो व्हाटएवर यू स्पीक और व्हाटएवर यू डू, इट्स बीइंग आल्सो रिकॉर्डेड. आप जो भी कर रहे हो या जो भी कहते हो ना, एक एक चीज रिकॉर्ड हो जाती है आजकल तो. सो यू आर इन द पब्लिक स्पॉटलाइट एंड यू आर अ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. यू कैरी अ सर्टेन स्टेटस. Therefore, public officials must constantly conduct themselves professionally. You have to talk professionally. You have to make sure that your words that are coming out of your mouth, they are not abusive. They are not insulting. They are officially correct. Also, the public servants, they could lose their reputation for everything they do. So they have to be very careful in even conducting their facial expressions. Right? आप अपने आप को जितना बैलेंस्ड रख पाओगे, जितना प्रोफेशनल दिखा पाओगे, उतना अच्छा है, क्योंकि आपके एक एक जेस्चर से आपकी इमेज बन सकती है या बिगड़ सकती है. So this is the first core principle which also calls professionalism does not mean just speaking correctly. It also means wearing the acceptable attire or dress. आप कुछ भी पहन के पब्लिक में नहीं आ सकते, ठीक है. Being a public servant does not mean that you can wear anything and step out in the public. You have to wear a very formal, acceptable attire. Okay? You have to treat people decently. आपको बहुत इज्जत से, मान सम्मान से लोगों को हैंडल करना है, ट्रीट करना है. You have to maintain the characteristics of accountability. Whatever actions have been taken in your district, you have to be accountable for them, because obviously your signatures were there. जो भी action district में होता है, DM का signature होता है उसके ऊपर, right? So you have to maintain the level of accountability. You cannot say I did not approve it. You cannot say I don't know about it. You have to be accountable for each and everything that's happening in your area. You have to be dependable. People could depend on you. आपको डिपेंडेबल भी होना है कि लोग आप पर डिपेंड हो सके, बिकॉज दैट इज द कोर रोल ऑफ अ सिविल सर्वेंट. People can trust the civil servant. People can be dependable on them, right? So these are included in the professional value. You have to make sure that you show confidence. अगर खुद ही डरे हुए होगे, खुद ही आप बोल नहीं सकोगे ढंग से, तो लोगों को कैसे समझा पाओगे, right? So you have to exert confidence in your speech, in your looks, in your facial expression, right? The way you walk, the way you treat people, you have to show confidence. You have to be dependable. You have to wear an acceptable formal attire. You have to treat people decently. You have to be accountable for the actions which are going on in your district. So that is the meaning of professionalism. Now the next very important core value is accountability. As I told you that as a civil servant, you have to be accountable for your actions. Now we know that the public hires public officials, right? So they are responsible for their words and deeds. When you go and vote, you are particularly hiring your own representatives. So those people will be responsible for the speech that they speak, their deeds, their actions. Accountability and dependability are democratic principles. Please write it down. तो आपको ये पॉइंट याद रखना है कि जो वर्ड है अकाउंटेबिलिटी और डिपेंडेबिलिटी, ये democratic principles है. Nobody can divide you from these two core values because you are going to hire people as your representative. Your representatives are going to select public servants who are going to serve you. So yes, it is your right to be dependable on them, and it is your right to make them accountable for their actions and speech. So this means acting with professionalism at all times and keeping your word is the core value of a civil servant. हर वक्त एक professionalism के साथ अपना काम करना और अपने हर वाक्य, अपने हर gesture के लिए accountable रहना, ये दो fundamental values होते हैं civil services के. Now the next core value is objectivity. Next आपका core value आ जाता है civil servant होने का objectivity. The final public administration basic principle is objectivity. Objectivity में there are three requirements. First is respect. Second is equality. First is respect. Second is equality. Third is justice. These are the three requirements of this value called objectivity. Whether someone is wealthy or not, they deserve to be treated decently. As a civil servant, you will never differentiate between people based on the money that they possess. एक सिविल सर्वेंट होने के नाते आपके पास एक गरीब आता है या एक अमीर, आप इक्वली दोनों को ट्रीट करेंगे. वेदर देयर इज अ पुअर पर्सन हु इज कमिंग टू यू और अ रिच पर्सन, यू हैव टू शो देम इक्वल रिस्पेक्ट. You have to make sure that justice is not given to them because of their monetary status or any other status. You have to ensure that the laws which are passed, they do not violate anyone's right in the face of discrimination. Okay, that is meant by the word objectivity. And the next and the last value, fourth core value of civil services is ethics, which we are studying. ये तो हमने पढ़ाई है, ये तो हम पढ़ ही रहे हैं. Ethics is the next core value. Now I told you ethical principle, it comes with the professionalism. With professionalism comes ethics. With ethics comes professionalism. Both of them are interlinked together. To gain a public's trust, to gain a public's dependability, you have to conduct yourself honestly in all your dealings. Ethics में क्या आता है? आपकी honesty आती है. किसी का विश्वास जीतना है ना, तो आपको honest रहना पड़ेगा. If you really want to win the trust of anyone in this world, you have to show your honesty. Being a person of integrity involves constantly being truthful. आप चाहे उनको कोई भी वादा कर रहे हो, अगर उनमें से कोई एक वादा भी आपने तोड़ दिया तो वहीं आपके एथिकल वैल्यूज खत्म हो गई. तो whatever you speak, whatever promises you are giving, make sure those promises are honest promises. Government officials have to act honorably. They have to be aware of the law. They should not abuse their power. They have to be prepared to deal with public's relentless scrutiny. Public will scrutinize you also. So you have to make sure that you are balanced if you wish to work as a public administrator. Now there is a very famous and very wonderful quotation by Swami Ranganathananda, which you can also use in your introductions. When power becomes humanly oriented, power means when you become a civil servant you get power, right? When this power becomes humanly oriented, that means when you divert this power for the use of public good. जब आप इंसानियत के लिए इस पावर का यूज करते हो, when you start using this power for the betterment of humanity, it becomes spiritual. This power gets transformed into a spiritual power, and the man and woman who handles such power becomes a spiritual person. Automatically any kind of greed, selfishness, corruption will vanish. You will become a spiritual person if you transform this power into a spiritual power by directing it towards the betterment of the society. जब आप लोगों के बेहतरी के लिए अपनी ताकत का यूज करना शुरू करते हो ना, आप ऑटोमेटिकली अपनी ताकत को एक स्पिरिचुअल ताकत बना देते हो. And when you have the spiritual power, the entire universe works for you. And you automatically become a spiritual person, and a spiritual person is one of the most bravest warrior on this planet. याद रखिएगा, एक मटीरियल इंसान फिर भी हार जाता है, पर एक स्पिरिचुअल इंसान कभी नहीं हारता. A material person can, lose the battle, but a spiritual person can never lose the battle because he or she is backed up by the universe itself. So this is one of the most important quotation that you can please note it down in your registers, and you can use it in your introductions when it comes to the core values, when question comes on the core values of a public servant. You can even use these quotations in your case studies also. Now there are other values also that you as a civil servant should cherish and also apply in your own life. First of all is empathy. Empathy is becoming very important these days because we know the struggles, the challenges that are rising in everybody's life, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. That those particular tiring times, testing times have also increased the level of empathy in all of us. What is empathy? Empathy basically means capacity to perceive and appreciate other people's experiences and feelings. Other people, if they are going through any challenging times or they are going through a bad phase, the capacity in you to understand their experiences and feelings is empathy. The capacity, your capacity to actually feel their pain is called empathy. जब सामने वाला इंसान किसी तरीके के दुख या दर्द से गुजर रहा है तो आप कितने अच्छे से उसके दर्द को समझ सकते हैं, उसकी फीलिंग्स को अप्रिशिएट कर सकते हैं, जान सकते हैं, उसे हम एम्पैथी बोलते हैं. सो इट इज द पोटेंशियल टू कॉम्प्रीहेंड एंड टू अंडरस्टैंड अनदर पर्सन्स मेंटल स्टेटस. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड एम्पैथी. Second core value is tolerance. Tolerance means the ability to accept. Please write it down. The ability to accept is called tolerance. The ability to accept and tolerate differences in others. Differences in others, because each of us are unique. हम सब unique है ना. ऐसा तो नहीं है that I am same as that of as that you or your friend. I am different. My mentality is shaped by my circumstances and my life experiences. Your mentality is shaped by your own life experiences. So each one of us are different. But the ability to accept that yes, somebody else is different than me. Their mental mindset or their perception is different. To accept that and tolerate that is called tolerance. जब आप देखो in your family your mother is the most tolerant person. Why? Because your father, you, all of you have different kind of expectations, different kind of needs, desires and habits. But your mother, she accepts all of you. You and your siblings might fight with each other. You might fight with your father, but your mother will never fight with you. Yes, she will teach you things, but she will never fight. Why? Because she knows how to tolerate the differences and how to accept them. आपकी माता जो होती है, माँ जो होती है, वो सबसे टॉलरेंट प्राणी है इस धरती का. क्योंकि आपके घर में आपके पिता, आप, दादा दादी, बाकी सारे रिश्तेदार अलग अलग नेचर, हैबिट और एटीट्यूड के साथ आते हो. आपस में झगड़ा भी करते हो, बट एक आपकी माँ ही है जो आपसे झगड़ा नहीं करती. आपसे क्या, वो किसी से झगड़ा नहीं करती, क्योंकि उनमें वो एबिलिटी है आपको एक्सेप्ट करने की, डिफरेंसेस को टॉलरेट करने की. Third, and see, these kind of core values should be there in you also. You have to develop them. ये values पैदाइशी आती है कुछ लोगों में, कुछ लोग develop करते हैं. So if you have these values, very good. But if you want to inculcate these values in your life, you need to practice it daily. Just like your mother. Compassion. It is a deeper level of empathy. Compassion is a deeper level of empathy only, which demonstrates an actual desire to help the suffering person. Empathy में तो you will understand somebody's pain, but if you are compassionate, you will try to help that person also. Empathy अगर आपके अंदर है तो आप समझोगे दूसरे का दर्द, but compassion अगर आपके अंदर है तो आप अपना एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगा दोगे उस इंसान की मदद करने में. So these are the principles which are required to be inculcated in a civil servant. Now let's post a question which was asked in 2021 का मेंस एग्जामिनेशन. 2021 में मेंस के एग्जाम में ये क्वेश्चन आया था. आइडेंटिफाई 10 essential values that are needed to be an effective public servant. So you have to first identify the 10 values. Describe the way and means to prevent non-ethical behavior in public servants. So this question is divided into two parts basically. First part is asking you to explain the 10 essential values. Second part is asking you, if there is a non-ethical behavior in a public servant, what can be the way and means through which you can prevent that non-ethical behavior. Now this question was asked for 150 words. That means 10 marks ka question. When it comes to 10 marker questions, you have to make sure that you do not write more than 2 pages. It can be less than 2 pages, but it should never be more than 2 pages. Okay? जब भी 10 नंबर का क्वेश्चन लिखने की बात आती है ना, 2 पेज से ज्यादा नहीं लिखने हैं. 2 पेज से कम हो सकता है, but 2 पेज से ज्यादा नहीं. You will be given 2 pages only. So how you will answer this question? First, you will start with what is a public servant. पहले आप explain करोगे. You will explain what exactly is a public servant. Then only you will explain now what are the values which are required to be an effective public servant. Okay? So first you will explain in 2 lines that we have covered in earlier also what is a public servant. Then you will explain the 10 core values. So you will write the headings, value number 1, ठीक है, and then you will explain in 2 lines the meaning of that value. ठीक है, then second value number 2, then again 2 lines explaining the meaning of that value. Okay, and then you will explain what are the means to prevent non-ethical behavior. So what can you use to prevent non-ethical behavior or unethical behavior? क्या आप use कर सकते हो? First, you can either establish a code of conduct so that everybody should abide by it. सबसे पहले आप code of conduct establish करोगे. When you have effective laws, rules and regulations, the do's and don'ts, you can easily act against the unethical conduct. Second way or means to prevent non-ethical behavior is accountability tools. Putting in place the accountability tools. For example, audits. For example, inspections, surprise visits. You can do surprise visits in your department in the lower level. You can inspect your officers. You can do social audits in the society to check if the administrators are behaving nicely or not. आप जनता से पूछ सकते हो. People, the government can conduct social audits to ask the people directly if their DM is acting nicely or not. So accountability tools. Third, you can give protection to, write it down, you can give protection to whistleblowers. Edwin Snowden के बारे में सुना था, whistleblower था ना? So it keeps the administrative machinery under checks and balances. So the whistleblowers who basically disclose the wrongdoings of a public servant or a government official, you can give protection to them so that more people can come forward and highlight the discrepancies in the government. Then next important way is personnel management. Next is personnel management. It makes the selection of candidates with high ethical competence. It helps in promotions based on performance. Even if you are promoting a particular public servant, promote him on the basis of his performance only, on the basis of his training only. And next, fifth आपका point हो जाएगा, keeping in check the rewards and punishment mechanism. So if a public servant is acting nicely, decently, performing well, you can reward him. If he is not acting nicely, if he is behaving in a non-ethical behavior, you can punish him. So you can, it helps in terms of performance based bonus. अगर कोई बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है, you give them the bonus. They will be motivated to work further, right? So this is how you can use the ways and means to prevent non-ethical behavior in the public servants. Okay? तो यहाँ पर ये आप इस तरीके से इस क्वेश्चन को आंसर कर सकते हैं. Then you can conclude by saying that the reputation of an officer gets built on the basis of his or her ethical conduct. Okay? So इससे आप 2 लाइन का conclusion भी डाल सकते हो if space is left. So this is how you have to attempt this question.